Hi guys, it's me Karen and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. We are working on part 3 of this page we're working on in Magical Dawn by Hannah Carlson. And for part 1 we did her skin, part 2 we did her hair and the snake, part 3 we're going to do her gems, her shirt, and whatever else is left, and then do a background that goes to both pages. Okay, now in part 2 we were working on her neck, trying to cover this black line, and then I went in with a little bit of this color, henna, nope, this clay rose, and kind of made a little throat area here, the collarbones that I'm not terribly good at. You do not have to do that. I just tried to do it. Thought it might help out, giving her a little bit more of a turn of her shoulder here to match her arm that's coming across, which could be her arm, someone else's arm, something else going on there that I don't understand. It's, you know, just the way it is. But I'm not going to do too much on this. I just played around with it a little bit and tried to change that position a little. So shirt is going to be blue, and our blue tones, oh, I thought they were all up here. Missing one. Indigo. Here we go. So we have the indigo, we have the light, sky blue light, and slate blue. And we're going to go ahead and do this portion of her shirt. This might be a different color on the trim, just to make it a different color. So we're going to go ahead and get down here and start to work. We want to have a paper here because we're going to be going off the page. But we're going to go in here with the indigo. Darken in there. And you're really not going to see much of this corner. So there's not a whole lot I can do shading wise, other than making it 3 tones of blue. So this is the slate blue. I'm going to put that in over what we just put down here. I hate coloring on the tip of the page. And then our lightest blue. Might as well just color it right off the page like that. Trying to get a little bit better blend up here, but we're going to go over it again with the other 2 colors. So go back in with the indigo. Darken that up there. Try to get it darker over here. I think this little fluffle thing that comes down here is going to be black. We're just going to take that off the page that way. Come on, get to the corner. Get some kind of texture there. All right. That's what it looks like there. And then up here, we're going to, let's see if she was leaning that way. Sleeve would probably come up here. So we're going to make a line there. Something like that. Go in with the slate blue. And there's a little bit of shirt, or whatever you want to call this thing that she's wearing. Could be a dress. Could be a wrap. Could be a robe. It could be anything. We don't know. There's a little of the light blue in there. And there we go. The sky blue light in here too. I've got to put the dark blue in there, but we'll get there in a minute. You don't want to lift that page up. Back in with the indigo. Slate blue. the sky blue light. Tiny bit of white. Okay. Okay. I think I'll do that with a black pen. I don't know if it'll get in there. Yep. I'll have to hold on a moment. Okay, I've got the black Thule art pen, and I'm going to go around and do these things. Okay, then I'm going to thicken this line here. And cap this for a minute. I think I want to make that the green ochre color. So I'm going to go in here. And lay that down. We'll do it on this side too. In the lighter areas, we'll put the, did I touch something that was wet? I think I had my hand on the other side. We're just going to lighten these areas by putting in the Putty beige. Okay, then go back in, and if we need to darken just some of this up, we will darken it. Okay, then we're going to go back in with the black pen. There's like a little stitch line there. I think I'll do a little lace bit up here. I think that looks pretty good. Gives her a little more to her outfit. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to put some stickles in there too. So we'll leave that. Try to put the cap on the right way. We're going to do her little nose ring up here too, if I can get it in the camera. It's not very prominent there. Want to get that there, and we're going to darken these here too. Should really work on the other side of the page when I do this. Do that on both sides of the faces. Go around the ring here. Darken some areas on the snake. And since we haven't done his eye yet, we might as well do that. Okay. We'll wait till we get the gems done. So So we have blue. I think the gems should probably be the pinkish color, which is light peach, henna, and black raspberry, which I'm looking for. Raspberry. Okay, that needs to be sharpened a little bit. All right. So we'll start off with the one up here by the snake. Since we were up there just a second ago, we're going to go around and put in some of the black raspberry. And we'll go in with some henna. And a light peach. And a touch of white. Okay. Going to darken a few spots. Okay, we've got one. We've got a ton to do. I want to make sure nothing is wet over here. Okay, we'll do this one. Do the earring. Just checking out the pieces, and then her gem down here. And these guys here. I don't know if that's one. It looks like an opening. Okay. This would probably be a golden piece or something. I don't know. The framework, and since we did it on the color, we'll put it there, and then that would be black, and that would be the gold, and maybe these things, they should probably be beads. the other pieces in there is going to be black. Go in with a little of the henna here. The light peach. Do that up here on the other ones. The earring. Tiny bit of white. Okay, let's see. All the bead pieces here are going to be shiny with the stickles. That goes on here too, over here. So we're going to continue with the black. We'll start on the earring here. Okay, we'll do the other side of her. Darken up her pupils too. Have to check those, see if they dry or if they are going to be elevated a little bit. Okay, and down on the bottom we'll do the same thing down here. Whoops. It's okay. You can always scratch it off if you get it a little too out of the lines. Okay, then we have to do the other side, and then I think we can get the background done. I can do the background without doing that side, so we'll do that. Scoot all those aside. And I'll lift the camera up and we will get the inking done. So hold on. Hope you're up high enough. Try that again. Make sure it's in focus too, because I had it on lock. Okay, we have our ink. We might as well do all three colors. I have Victorian Velvet, Dusty Concord, and Broken China, which match the blue, the pink, and the purple. I also have a little of the Dusty Concord in a Distress Oxide. It's going to give it a softer look. I'll put it in areas that aren't fully covered with pencil. The Distress Ink is transparent, and it'll go over the areas with pencil real easy and not lay down any color. I did notice that I didn't get any color in this little area of skin down here, so boom. Throwing in some color. Looked a little silly. Okay, we're going to go in first with the Victorian Velvet. I am going to, because I'm doing a background and a lot of space, fill the whole container or the whole pad. I am also going to pound it down a little so the outer rim of the circle won't go down quite as harshly. I'll put some there. We're going to layer it, so you don't have to be too terribly worried about what you're doing here. Okay, looks like there was some hair up there. We're doing both sides, so you can put some of that on this side. Go down real soft with your ink pad. Don't pound it down. Don't squish it too much. Just very gently go down in the area you want. I'm going to have to color that little piece of hair up there. It's going to bug me. And we'll put some in here. Maybe a little up in here. some down here. There. Nice and blotchy, right? Then we're going to go in with a new color. I haven't used this one yet. I can't find my blue one, so I'll load this up. There's no color on it, so I want to make sure it gets loaded. I'm going to pull this out. I squish it down on the pad to make sure the ink goes all the way through the foam. So do that a couple times. Then your ink is in it and not laying on top of it. We'll do that. Okay, we'll add a little in here in the blue areas. Put a little in there. To get it on the hand, wipe it out with your finger and it'll come right off the pencil. If you don't want to wipe it out with your finger, you can use a paper towel if you have one handy, a washcloth. I tend to use my hands when I do this stuff. I don't have a paper on this side. Okay, now we're going to go to the purple. We're going to use the Distress Ink Purple first. A lot of fuzz on this one, sorry. I'll use the Distress Ink on this half where it's darker. Add that in. Just put it where you want some purple. I'm going to use the oxide. It's going to go on the other side. This is a little creamier, a little softer color. Shoot, there we go. I don't think I have much color on her chin, so I really want to get that off. Okay. Like that darker purple. In some areas here too. Okay. You notice I didn't take much time trying to blend them. I want it kind of separate and blotchy, which makes it an easier background. I'm going to take our water and our washcloth. We should have enough ink on there to make it nice and wet. And we're just going to take my water sprayer here is the Distress sprayer by Ranger. And the water comes out not in a huge spray, it comes more out in droplets, especially if you're a little light-handed with the spray bottle. And then you just wipe it up. Okay, the oxide is going to react a little different than the Distress ink. So you got to keep that in mind too. And we may need to lay down a little bit more ink in here. I don't know. The oxide will turn it kind of a grayish color instead of lifting it up, which is a neat effect. You can play with the amount of time you put the water down on things too. There is a black background on this page here, so you're wetting it. Make sure you have a piece of paper down. You will see that some of that paint will lift up because it's an acrylic paint. There we go. Okay, we have to let this dry. Didn't get any ink over here, so let's pick a color. Nice blue. Get it out of her skin. Get that wet. Boom. Okay, we're going to let this dry. I have to leave that paper in there, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to finish the little black bit here over on this side. And then I'll show you what we do with the stickles, and we're going to put some white splatter on here too. So let's see what I do with my pan. Lost it. Anyway, so I'll be back in just a second. Okay, we're back. It's all dry. Now, when I say I'm going to do these little dots, I'm going to do them the same way I did here, is where I went in with this little tool. This is a McGill tool that you use to bend paper. I used to make paper flowers, and I would bend these and it would make the petals bend. But I used it for the dots here, the ones on the I don't know what these are, ribbons and stuff that are hanging down on that page. So I'm going to do the same thing here on her head, her little beads here, the beads down here, and every little bead that's in between areas here. I'm going to use the Deco Art Americana acrylic paint, and it's a Snow Titanium White. It's just acrylic. It's supposed to do really good with covering up pencil and everything on your paper, so I haven't even opened it, so sorry. I'm just trying to get the plastic off. Come on. There we go. Let's hide that from my cat. He likes to eat plastic. He probably heard it and it's going to run in here. I'm going to put it on a little plastic sheet here. This is just a cutting board from the dollar store cut down. We're going to put a little blob on it. We're going to take our little tool. You can tell I've used it. So I've got a little dot on it already. We're going to just dop it in there. Test it a few times. And then we're going to go around and put it on the jewels here. I don't know if I have to get you down for this. I have to get down for it. I gotta see what I'm doing. So we put a dot inside there. Try to cover up the black line. They'll have a little bump on it, but that'll go down after a little bit. And again, I started where my hand is probably going to go right into them. Because I have to do this side. I use this tool because I cannot paint little round circles very easy, and it just makes it a little easier. Just make them so they look good. We're going to also add that here. Why not? You can make a tiny one by the other end, but I don't think that's going to help me out much. Then we go up on her jewels here. I'm gonna turn the book around because I will put my hand in that. Okay, we've got the ones on the snake. The ones on her head. Just make dots, Karen. Just make dots. A lot easier. And her earring. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. We're going to stick a few of these little tiny dots over here in this jar. Okay, I don't think we need anything else, but we're going to sprinkle some water on this. Use a brush. Wipe that tool off a little bit. So we're going to use our same water bottle. Going to add water into the paint. We're going to try to add water. Bottle has to stand up a little higher. It's getting low. We're just going to mix this. Look at all that water over here. And make this a little thinner. Then we're going to take it and tap it around. Try not to get it all over your desk. Especially if you have black background things. Okay. I don't mind it on her clothes or her neck. Might help cover up some of those spots that we have, but I don't really want it on her face. So I'm going to try to avoid the face. You can use the little white dots, say if you don't like all these little bumps that we have here, just tap it on top of it and it'll help disguise them a little bit. Okay, I think I'm going to need a little bit more because yeah, that was really needed. It's time to pick up the kids from school. So I guess that was a high schooler coming to pick up his little brother or something in his car. It's a whole 30 miles an hour on my street, a whole bunch of traffic, and he had to go vroom vroom just to get behind the car in front of him. Sometimes you wonder. If it's not wet enough, it won't come off the brush, but sometimes you want a thicker paint. Give you some little thicker balls of paint there. It's the first time I've used this paint for the splatters, but kind of does a stringy thing. Kind of make it all over the page, I guess. There we go. Add in a couple of really big dots here and there. Play with it and do whatever you want. Okay. Put that someplace safe. I'll be right back. Okay, stickles. Diamond stickles from Ranger. You can get this on Amazon. You just put in Ranger stickles or Tim Holtz stickles diamond. You can get one of these. They're kind of expensive, but they kind of lay flatter than regular glitter glue, and considering I've used it in the whole entire book, I have to continue to use it. So we're going to go through and put some of this down on her, maybe on the snake, definitely her earrings and jewelry, maybe along her face. Just depends where you want to put it. I do have to be a little careful not to stick my hand in anything, so we're going to start up here. Just squeeze the tube and then put it out. And we're going to go around this. Around in here. We're going to take it in between each one of these. If it goes on top, it's fine too. Our gems on her face too. Whatever these are. Make them shiny and pretty. Let's see both sides. Yep. I'll do it in here. Go down towards our snake. Right around his face would be pretty. Go all the way down. Put some in the ring. Okay, this earring over here. We got to do the snake up in her hair too, so we're going to turn that. It's like where it's the darkest. There we go. Down here. Okay. Then over here, we don't have any. We're going to put it in the stars. A little in here. We'll do a little in here too. So we have enough sparkle on both pages. We'll put a little in here. Sparkle up that gem a little bit. This is a nice big one. I think we are done. We'll go through, but I can't because I'm too close. And we'll do the little stars in here with the sparkle and the dots. Just so they have some sparkle on them. I don't want to get my hand in the other. Stuff I just glittered. But they all get it too. Yeah, and we can add some dots over here just because it doesn't have any little circles. Boom. And there we are. I don't know if you can see the sparkle, but it's there. I'll take a picture at the end of the video and leave it for you without the lights on, or with the lights on, I don't know. Glitter, glitter. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section down below, and I will get to them as soon as I can. Take care, everyone, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye now.